This morning, Ask It Early has some questions for us from you. Some of our early show colleagues have also got some questions for us as well today. And we're going to start with one from CBS News correspondent Kelly Wallace.
Hi guys, this is Kelly. I have a serious question for you. If you didn't do the job you have now, what would you do?
Ooh, that's
That's a great question.
Dr. Turner.
Well, I was going to say mine would be obvious. I'd, be spaying dogs and, expressing anal glands.
Nice. In a
Veterinarians do more than
a kind of a suburban setting with a kind of
No,
regular
I actually-
that kind of pet practice. I mean,
No, I always wanted to be a clinician, so to teach and to practice at a veterinary teaching hospital. That's what I want to do.
okay.
I think a lawyer. I always wanted to be a lawyer.
Really?
Yes, and got caught up in this whole news bug and decided to go this way. But I think an attorney was something I'd probably pursue.
Wow, what about you?
Russ for the defense.
That's right. That's right. For the prosecution, buddy.
Oh, okay, sorry. That's a really good question. I'd probably be teaching. Might be teaching.
Yeah?
Might be
Like
teaching.
English or
I can see
literature or
that.
something
Yeah.
like
Or
that.
history.
Yeah. I peg you for
I've,
history.
about 10 years ago or so, I thought very seriously about going to divinity school.
Did you?
Yeah, shock you. I know.
Man.
It's a little surprising.
There you go.
All right.
All right.
Well, let's see what else we have here.
What else?
We have an email from David Givens, and he asked, who is your favorite singer to listen to during the holiday season? He says, I'm a traditional Crosby.
This is a
great question.
very good question.
All right, start with you then.
I have a trillion Christmas CDs at our house, with more than any other kind.
Okay.
And there are a couple of go-tos. We use Jimmy Buffett to decorate the tree.
Okay.
He has this great, really crazy Christmas CD. And then as the season goes on, there's a Sinatra one. There are several other ones.
Okay.
There's a Rosie Clooney that's
I bet that's nice. I bet that's really nice.
so good. Some of the great old classics like that. And then as we get closer to Christmas, then the music gets a little more traditional and more sacred. So that's kind of the
Okay, so you
progression.
have
we have a progression.
Yes.
There's a progression.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
What about you, Russ?
When I was a kid, my parents had this great album, The Sounds of Christmas by Johnny Mathis. And I rediscovered it about 10 years ago. And I'm telling you, the day after Thanksgiving, it's on.
Boom.
The Sounds of Christmas. Yes.
Oh!
I mean, Johnny is rocking. I'm
Forget
telling you.
lawyer, you can be a singer.
Forget it. Johnny Mathis, The Sounds of Christmas. I'm telling you, if you don't have it, pick it up.
All right.
But there's nothing to me more classic than Nat King Cole Chestnut.
Oh, yes.
Roasting
Of
on
course.
the-
Oh,
Can't
yeah.
go wrong
Yeah.
there.
Love that. And then more contemporarily, there's a gospel duo called BB and CC. And they're a great duo. So
There's a
love
great
those.
old one too. Is a Take Six one,
Yes.
right? And
Yeah.
Babyface has a killer Christmas album.
Oh, look at you. Hip Harry.
Connoisseur of Christmas CDs.
I should bring in the whole stack. I could go through them all.
All right, we have another holiday-related question
All right.
from Susan Copen. You hear that?
Hi, guys. It's Susan. Okay, we're heading into the holidays, so I'm wondering, what is the worst gift you ever received, and what was your reaction?
I don't think there's such a thing as a worst gift.
Oh,
These are all bad.
Anytime you get, well, no.
They're
no,
all
no.
bad.
Do
you see,
never
George
got a
Will
bad
had a
gift.
great piece in Washington Post the other day talking about why Christmas economically is a bad idea because so many of the gifts given aren't really appreciated or used, so that's kind of a waste of money and everything else. There are very few gifts I think you get that really go out of the park. By and large, the rest of them kind of out there in this sort of sea of stuff.
Candidates for regifts is really what they become.
Thank you very much.
Here's
Well, that I agree with you.
Okay.
Few
Here's
go out
the
of
worst
park.
gift example for you. Might change your mind. I gave a scarf to a friend of mine who I won't name because she might be watching, and you know her.
Okay.
And the next Christmas, she gave the same scarf back to me.
Oh, my gosh.
That was my worst.
She had no idea.
She forgot that she got it from me.
That's more of a faux pas.
And I
on
opened,
her
I
part.
looked at it. I did what I call the Labrador head tilt and was like, oh. I was like, this looks familiar.
You got to tell me who that is, and we're
I'll tell you later. I can't tell you now because she dutifully watches. Okay, this one is for you, Harry,
Yes.
from Christopher Allen, and he asked, Harry, remember back when you sang the Red State Blues song? Who could forget that? Like to know if there are any other recordings that you've done, and if so, what are they? And will you record again?
Christmas CD, perhaps?
No, you know what? If for those of you who have a lot of time on your hands, you can find a Muppet record called the Muppets Unpigged. And I play the tuba on the Beatles classic All Together Now.
Okay.
And it's an amazing tuba solo on the Muppets Unpigged.
You got to bust out your
Boy.
tuba this holiday season.
We'll do that. We'll get the Salvation Army folks out here sometime in the next week or two and play a couple Christmas songs.
Absolutely. Wouldn't be Christmas without.
Very good.